What's up, guys? I'm here live at the SSG 15 case event with Carson Mann. Carson, congratulations first of all for your great performance today. How did we finish? What are we looking at?
Top 8.
Top 8 finish?
Not sure what the placing is.
Oh, it's okay. Top 8 finish is enough to know. Yeah, amazing.
Spacing.
It's been a long day for sure, but amazing to be here, and thank you so much for joining us today and taking the time to sit with us. Talk to me a little bit about what you played today. What was the choice?
So we went with green, purple, discard, and I have to give props to Zero the Hero and Poisonous, the inspiration in the deck. Yeah. I saw this deck from there last weekend, picked it up on Sunday, went to locals. That was like, so, you know, it got me a pin on the bag. So,
and I got you a top 8 today, so I think something's going right. I know a lot of people were talking about, can this deck beat blue-red? Can this deck beat blue-steel? How do you get through Sisu? But clearly, assuming you saw some of those decks today.
Yeah. So a lot of blue steel. Talk about some of the deck technologies. I went in thinking that I would see a lot of blue steel, Ruby Sapphires. I was hoping no Ruby Sapphire, just their ASC members here. That list. The Shuri's obvious go. I was playing Shuri's for us as we go around, so they kind of play off this part, so it's just a bit.
Sure. We just rolled in the pricing here as well. You get a look at that. So you did pretty good today. Not too bad, huh? So so let's talk about the list a little bit. Break it down for me.
Yeah. So first of all, I knew that
La Cage de Palais
means
the birdcage.
fish. Well, it's actually an original screenplay. The movie The Birdcage shows an original French screenplay, which I just refilmed, but I just watched it with my wife and found this out. So, and she'd never seen it before. It was a fantastic movie. You gotta see it. That's what So we went with some birds here. The first one was the Diablo on Drama Union Raven. For 4 of those,
Pretty standard on that.
replace itself. It's really good on the draw, especially if they use those singer out. I'll play the 1-drop. I have a body. If they don't have the song, they're not a song. If they do, it's my move and I draw a card. That's really the big issue.
And a shift option, right? So
Exactly. And then we go next to the only other 1-drop. Diablo. This is the Disney 5. This is green on the plate. We're like, it gives me just gain knowledge, what I can do jerk 3.
check for songs, check for
Yeah, the 2-drop Ursies of years. That's really what I want. I'm all looking hard for the 1-drop, the Ursula, and the so 4 of those, no brainer. Definitely want a 1-drop. On the 2-drops, we go with Pursuant. Okay,
classic.
Cracked card. I had an epiphany today. It'd be so nice if she had 1 more willpower. She's already so good. Just give her a little extra.
Yes, she felt crazy when they released it, but now that they've released more crazy stuff, like we're gonna pump her up a bit, right?
Yeah, Ursula hashtag. Great card, especially with the discard package. It takes care of threats for your base.
Sure.
And this deck plays off of base. A 16 rigor stream. So the less they can touch her, the better on you.
Absolutely.
So she's fantastic for that. We then go into Nipper.
Okay.
The 3 of the Diablo dueling.
So your top 16 opponent also playing 3. Interesting choice. Why 3 not 4?
So he's good when you want him. Mainly for like locations or as a beater. He's not really good in matchups with red blue because he's easily targeted. The one low power, it's not the best. So like when you're in a dominating position, you top deck him is great. When you're building a board, you top deck him, it's fine. Rarely did I ever play him on turn 2, to be completely honest.
Sure.
Always
Ursula is always the go-to.
If I didn't have the Ursula and I was able to gather knowledge, I'd play him. Otherwise, I'm trying to navigate the situation. So
you're happy with 3?
yes, three was just fine. He was there when I need him, not there when.
Perfect.
It is Discord package, so we're on Prince John's. Only 2 Prince Johns.
This is pretty standard across the board from what I've seen online. Talk to me about French John.
So, I wanted to keep it equal as well.
Right.
You can break this stick plays problems really well with like 6, 7, 8 days. You know, it's very optimal, especially when you can get a really large hand. Eat only 2 if I can with the hand. It's not really useful later on. And again, not a very good top deck. Though the ward is actually crazy because there's a couple of situations today where I got to 18, 19 lore, and I put down the fridge on just to kind of seal the deal. You know, they can handle the rest of the board, but was just really nice.
Or is it to Sisu or to have to be prepared or something? It's just, and that has to be answered for sure.
Yeah. So, and then if you do have it for this card package, it wasn't super often to play. I wasn't driving towards that in the mulligan, but it was nice to have this in the backseat stuff. So yeah, pre-draw. Be ever faithful companion. Never shoot out arrows. There were certain, man.
With the Warflex chanting, I like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of I guess min-maxing. You have to really think about when to play the Diablo. If you get the knowledge, you know what's going on. Sometimes I just play him anyway. Get your card. Get your card. What was really nice was when you're discarding to ship them, you're inking, you dwindle your hand. But if you have the friends on the other side, just shift him and then sing the friend on the other side. You get 2 card back. You draw another card creature. Right.
When I was selling my friends on this deck, I said, have you ever sung Friends on the Other Side with a Diablo? Because that is one of the greatest feelings I've ever had in this game. So yeah, you gotta try it for yourself, right? Did you know the feeling?
Yes. It's implications, the instant producer, it's just like a thank you. So yeah, he's great, and there's only a few instances. A lot of people were able to answer the curve not, but there were a couple instances where I had like 11 cards, which is great.
Love it.
This is a card I just absolutely love. Burly Crab. The crab turns your defenseless 1/2, 1/3 into just yes, exactly. When they're played and they're doing nothing more for you afterwards, it feels so good to put it down. They're like, oh, I'm gonna flex with my cow, maybe you can't touch. You gotta resist. No, she's gone.
Talk to me about 3 versus 4.
So it was a tech option for me. I went with 1 extra queen, jealous or rival, is because I don't know, that was like a sleeper pick. I was expecting red-blue items. I was stretching out of Sapphire Steel, and I wanted the extra repeat because she's with the off and I'm not going to be game. And I want to be able to draw into another one more.
Frequently, yeah.
More frequently. Thank you. And so yeah, he went down to 1 because.
I've had people make that analysis as well. If we're already playing cricket, do we need 4? Personally, I've really enjoyed 4, but I can definitely see people vouch you for 3. Like I get it. But yeah, I was just curious if it felt good for you today. 3 felt really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of free drops as well. With the French Strong, the crabs, doing
You're playing at Boxu, yeah.
doing a second Diablo sometimes. So he was one where I felt like he could kind of skim off the top.
Sure.
Yep, the Diamond Fox.
Okay, so we're going with 4 boxes, one of those. How did those perform for you?
It was good. I mean, a lot of people like are saying it does the feel good, doing a 1-for-1 with the bells. But sometimes it's relevant just to get a singer off. And Kiwi Birds, it does take out the Alice.
Kills daisies too, right?
It kills daisies. I only played 1 Amber Seal play. He's a nice guy, but I felt bad killing his daisies.
Oh yeah, Fox is really good at anything 1/4. We saw a profile as well earlier. Somebody playing Anna 2 drops, the 1/4. So I mean, this is a perfect answer to this cat card.
This card for me, you always have to be really careful because it's a tempo play. against yourself.
Sure.
Taking a body off the field, and this deck, you want to have bodies on the field to test how well their saves are. So, but it's necessary for the dot to play hard bouncy bouncy.
It's nice to bounce the Ursula here and there, where you can replay the Ursula, things like that. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't cut them all, but I've sliced one down on my list, but I think 4 is the only. They're awesome. We can talk later. This is your show, right, Kyle? But just I play the deck as well, so I love hearing your thoughts on it.
Yeah. Another basic, Genie Wishy Fill. Getting the Diablo out early, they're throwing their crits into the rule spells onto the Diablo. You put him on the field and they start sweating. So that's right. It's a fantastic card. Replaces itself. It's a quester. The 4 health is nothing to bat on last shot. Great card. Should we're down on 1 combage. Can agree.
I'll do my next question. 3 versus 4. You're just looking for my duels.
Sassy. Earlier this week, I went down. Yeah, just the unique ability. When I had 4 in the deck, it seemed like that's all I saw. All I saw was the.
I know your pain. Yeah, I know the feeling. That's not you. And then we get into some of the techie stuff, right?
The Spice Melange.
Read, please. What do you, sir? How are you feeling?
This. I don't know. This is honestly just like a personal pick. It's probably not things that are defining.
Right.
I really like the Queen for the aspect of the bell, Rapunzel, and Mature the Dog, and Steel Song, and the items. So when you're banishing items, or you're both banishing items, you put the Queen along the field. You exert her, and you're throwing your items that they're bringing you back with Happy's Commander to the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, no shuffle. So the middle seat of the items again.
I hit a couple Pirates Life with it. Yeah, it feels real good.
Yes.
It's just bottom deck, so Shark can run into it, but you're not getting back that resource.
So like in that matchup, you have your top deck answers to get them back in the game. The Queen already has it guard. The 4 costs you're turning in or buying, if they have the ramp, it's probably that turn they're playing the plan or the turn after. So it's a lot of setup there at to be able to heat and interrupt. Fantastic cards. So it's one me like team at it actually.
And it actually has a cool interaction with a card we'll talk about later that I did peek at that you have in the deck. So we'll get to that, but overall really good.
Yeah, first pick kind of defining flash.
Sure, but still cool. I think a lot of the deck is pretty poor, and then there's like the stuff that you feel is your twist on it.
Certainly.
Yeah.
So go to Elsa, get the spirit.
Yeah, Elsa.
This is just, green steel. I was also worried about it. It's also good with the cheating. Those who insert something, throw the Judah and listen into. She's a fight cost here to put her on the board and then sing extra. Yes.
She performed very well, boy.
Yeah, she's a queen, not a princess.
Good to know.
There's that. To Lucifer. Lucifer the Cunning Cat. I was on 1. I probably will go back to 1, to be completely honest. Unique ability, it's good. If you can disrupt the hand, it's awesome. If you can't disrupt the hand, they have the time roasted a bash that feels really bad. Playing it, then it just gets called or on the next. So yeah, it goes back on the mulligan. It's a nice top deck. You can do those top decks, right? Unless they're shot them together.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll probably go back down to 1.
Okay. It's a worth noting. I like that.
Ricky, the contender.
Absolutely monster.
Yes. Especially when you're in a stalemate with your opponent, someone has to sack. And they do the calculations with their net. They're like, oh, it's how much 2 tight fodder, so I can request now. And then at the same time, you build up board with your bases too.
All of a sudden.
Shane, Bowie or fantastic, great locations. But these 2 cards, the shape, they give him that's a killer break. No cake vacation floor as well.
Absolutely.
So I know the drink is great. It's just very spotty enough is not bad. Love that buzz.
For sure. Been very impressed with it as well.
Yes, actions, pretty simple. Since we're on the Prince John and we want to kind of make them in an uncomfortable spot during digitize,
You're also to the point also playing 3 coffees. Talk to me about 3 versus 4.
it's fun. You know, it's a very awkward situation playing in turn free it on because you want to be a badass. It's great for the card draw, sure, but and when you're looking for inks, it's when you're the hand like it's not a good top.
For sure.
That's part of the card, but it's an energy. So it's not something that you really want to see too often.
I think they're all senses.
For sure. All right. Let's talk. Let's talk spice.
The only copy in the deck that you put it back purely for the queen.
Okay. I was gonna say, I saw some lists playing like 4 queen, 2 came back, and I'm like, that seems really cool, but almost like maybe a little too cute. Talk to me how it felt.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
So cute. The two actions. Honestly, it's another action to dish for Diablo if you see it early. Again, need to be contested those boards, so throwing down a fox and then you came back, ready him, taking him with something else is very relevant. So just a taste option. Yeah, I got it off a couple times.
Oh, what else? Did it come through?
It did. In my last room became this here.
Very nice.
So yeah, stay there. It was worth the spot.
Okay.
All right. 2 copies has separate cart, banished item. It's some singable. People ask me why this over the 1-drop player drawing you.
Yeah. Or have fun on Seduzel, some people are playing, or and tons of people playing different stuff in that slide. So
This is key for 2 results. The hiring draw, right? The fish pump. Well, if you see fish pump too, if you read them here, it's so easy to you drop deck, turn fish pump that or an 8 buff, you can just over that. So the back of the song too, you can sing Ursula, take out that fish pump set on yours. And put yourself in a really good situation.
definitely.
So that's the fantastic part. A lot of utility there. And then this over the 1-drop player belt. She costs 3 to banish the item. Yeah, it's a body, but I more the evasive deck. I can get the sound with the character I have feels. She's easy for sure.
Absolutely.
Makes sense. More discard package. 3 sudden chill. Diablo Chef or standard. Yeah. Again, like I'm not looking to discard the hand earlier on. It's more so like in optimal plays with the Ursula. So this is just there to make him showing this here. Friends on the other side. Now this is great. Yeah. It was super easy. Have you ever seen someone drop sing Friends with a Diablo?
That's my selling point whenever somebody asks.
Yeah.
Like, how do you play this deck? Try this first. Very strong.
Yep. All right. And then we have last but certainly not least, and Bugger Bruto.
Yep.
And that is certainly this is like the end all be all for your cashers. The Tomatoas, putting its 8-drop Tomato on the field, you brew it back to hand, it just stalls them even more for you to go aggressive with your evasives. Flush on a situation, be Elsa to, rush you to something and single later on. Tricky, Lucifer, being able to sing it is just a fantastic card that you move right off the field.
Would be amazing. Just up the top of your head, I mean, I know you probably have to sit down and think about it, but any card that over or underperformed today that you were thinking maybe I want to play less of this or more of this. I mean, what are your thoughts right now? I know it's your fresh out of the tournament, so anything that you really thought like, when I get out of this tournament, I'm gonna probably change this.
Honestly, the Prince drawers.
Yeah. I have heard that. I have considered cutting it as well, though. But every time I do it, I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, then I'm like, so.
He sits on the field as that draw in, only to die to see. Or he's a good bounce option, right? I like him for the ward aspect, like I was saying, to finish a game, but his Yeah, Prince Philip has Ward 3 tutors that I see too, and just a racing for that one. That would be great. Honestly, everything else really is it needs to mesh and meld together, just like other decks. But it's very touchy. You know what? Just tweaking a little bit because your Soul said my best matchup is Red Blue.
Really?
I was so sad. I only saw 2 red blue players today, so I just wanted to.
You wanted to prove a point.
Yeah, I wanted to prove
A
wrong.
lot of people think that this is like absolutely abysmal, that we Sisu and all that, but you're saying no. You're saying do it to me.
No, I really wanted that. It was unfortunate that I didn't see more red blue. Completely honest about it.
I like the positives.
And then the top 8 bracket too, and both red blue players face each other, and I was like, could have been me.
Yeah, could have been.
Sapphire Steel was tough.
Was that your final match, that first year?
Yeah, Sapphire Steel. Actually, Kiwi Birds. That was the first rendition that I played of it today. No Kiwi Birds, more so. It was a variation of the aggro and the items that I saw a lot, but that was my toughest was just it always seemed like they were just drawing fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of those decks are adding baboons and stuff now, which is like really unfortunate.
Oh man, there was a guy, a really nice guy. He had the aerial, the Magic Room aerial duster. The 2-drop, 2/3. That's evasive on your turn.
Yep.
It's a fantastic card.
Absolutely.
It's a fantastic card. And it's a body too. So
I didn't see that earlier.
I was completely proud about it, Mark. Really good. But yeah, the deck is awesome. As long as Sapphire's on top, I'm gonna be there in the shadows.
Let's see. I'll be right behind him. Awesome. And before we let you go, any shout outs or anything you'd like to say? Do you have any socials you want to plug? Any friends, your family, the team, anybody at all you think you want to say hello to?
No socials. I stay pretty clear of that stuff.
Okay.
The SideQuester Discord got recently added to them. They're a really good group of people.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
My wife Jessica's.
Okay.
Yes, my good buddy Nicholas Rollins he got me in the game. First TCG, so I don't really have much experience, just trying to figure out as I go. And the Orlando crew, man. Orlando, I'm so thankful for the community room there. Any day of the week, you go to there is a calendar. Any day of the week, you can go to a game shop, and you always have like 2 red people that are just there trying to have fun. Some competitive, some late to make fun. Everyone's fun to have with So yeah, for the area, I'm thoroughly thankful. And
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you. We hope you had a good time here today, and we hope to see you for many future events. I know you said it's your first TCG, but I hope it's a long road for you ahead.
First TCG, first time traveling.
Look at you.
A lot of firsts.
You're worth it. You had a good time.
I had a blast.
Good.
That's what we want to hear. A lot of people, like Hudson, Eric, all my opponents today. Sal, Jack.
We appreciate you taking the time to sit down and go over the deck with us. Hope you have a safe trip home, and we hope to see you in the future. We'll do that. We'll do one of each. Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, right.
Good stuff. Very good. Appreciate you.